Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The Smart Fella Titan event is at full swing in Raid Shadow Legends, and we didn't get a full calendar of this event and very little information, so it has been really difficult to determine what I should do about this event and what should I expect from this event. But now, as week 1 is midway through, we are starting to get some clarity, and in this video I'm going to tell you everything I know about the Titan event and what you should expect from it and what your goals could be. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and if you need a new Raid Shadow Legends account, look no further. I have an absolutely super promo link right now, so down below in the description, also there in the QR code, new account with Deacon Armstrong after the tutorial, then Uugo at 15, Tagoar at 20, and Mausoleum Mage at level 30. So if you want to get the best possible start for your raid career, then this is the link to use. But then into the Smart Fella Titan event. No comprehensive calendar has been published, so we are a bit in the dark about how to plan for this, and I hate that because I really won't like to plan everything and know exactly what I need to do to get my goals. But we do know some things. So all the rewards, 1,500 pizza points and you get all the rewards. There will be 1,750 points available, 490 points in the first week, that's September 3rd to September 7th, 670 points in the second week, from September 8th to 14th, and 590 points in the last week, from September 15th to September 23rd. And with these points you can get some sweet rewards, and here are the main highlights. So Donatello's 1-star soul at 100 points, very easily achievable. Donnie's 3-star soul at 600 points, and that's the thing that I'm most interested in here. 3-star soul for support, that's going to be pretty sweet. 600 points out of 1,750, like how hard can it be? Well, we'll take a look at that, but it is manageable. There's like Legendary Tome at 960, Last Laugh Amulet at 1,000 points, there's Void Shard at 1,100, XP Barrel at 1,250, another Legendary Tome at 1,300, a Mythical Tome at 1,400, and finally Donnie's 5-star soul at 1,500 points. So the best rewards come near the end, but there are a couple of good Donatello soul rewards already earlier. And if you want to go for the final rewards, then this is basically like doing a fusion. Now we have almost all of week 1 visible. So the Shredder event dungeon, 50 pizza points from there. Ice Golem Turn Attack Tournament, 40 pizza points. Champion Chase, 75 plus 125, 200 pizza points. Champion Training, 30 plus 50, 80 pizza points. Gear Enhancement, 10 plus 50, 60 pizza points. So you can see that the first group of points is always quite small, and then there's a bigger group, and Champion Chase, the one that requires spending the most resources, gives the most points. So those are 430 points. But week 1 should be 490 points overall, and we can see from Plarium's calendar that there's a Dragon tournament starting tomorrow and a Classic Arena tournament starting in 2 days. So those two should total 60 points if they both count for week 1, or if it's just Dragon for week 1, then that's alone is going to have those 60 points. But either one or both of those are going to be 60 points. So what I was thinking is if I do Shredder and Ice Golem and Dragon, and then the Classic Arena, and then the first part of Champion Training. So don't go really far into that, but get a little bit of food farming done. Then that gives me 180 points for the first week, which is 37% of the total points available in week 1, and that would be on track to the 3-star soul. So as you can see, you do need to do a fair bit of things even to reach that 3-star soul, but these things are mostly achievable with the energy that you can gain daily. So you're not spending any of your saved resources, and you're even able to save whatever shards you manage to pick up and silver and that sort of stuff. And a couple of words about the Event Dungeon Tournament and then the Ice Golem Turn Tournament, because they're a little bit different than regular dungeon tournaments and dungeon divers. So the regular dungeon tournaments, they typically have these sweet spots right before the energy cost changes. So 7, 11, 16, 20. Those are like the stages you want to farm. 20 is the preferred stage. But the Event Dungeon is a little bit different. Stage 20 is still the optimal stage, but because Event Dungeon doesn't drop any brews, then that means that the stages up to 15 are relatively much better than they are in regular dungeons, and stage 15 is actually better for points than stage 16. So if you can do 20, then great, you're still going to do 20. 20 is great, but if you can't do 20, then you would rather do 15 than 60. Actually, you would want to do 15 if you can't do 20. That's like 15 is the second best stage to do in the entire event dungeon. And then even stage 11 is quite competitive for the event dungeon tournament. And likewise for these turn tournaments, like the Ice Golem turn tournament that we have ongoing right now, each stage in a bracket gives the exact same points. So like we have a bracket from 12 to 16. That means that doing 12 in 10 turns is exactly the same value as doing 16 in 10 turns. So typically you want to do the lowest stage in the highest bracket that you can. So these stages are again a little bit different than you would otherwise do. Also, the points drop off quite sharply at the start and then they plateau. So if you're not clearing these very quickly, so for example, 10 turns in stage 12 gives you the same points as 150 turns in stage 17. So if you're not clearing these very quickly, then you want to go to the higher bracket instead. And actually, because I wasn't able to farm 21, I actually farmed normal 17 on all 3 of my accounts. Because they were all able to clear that, and I couldn't do the previous one so quick, like I would have needed to one-shot the opponents, basically. If I could have one-shot my way through 12, then that would have been better than I was able to do in 17. But typically you want to go to the bracket that you can do, and the lowest stage there. So the brackets are normal 1 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 11, 12 to 16, 17 to 20, 21 to 24, and then 25. And then hard stages 1 to 4, 5 to 9, and 10. So a little bit different again, because like 21 is preferable to doing 20. So that's what I have about the Smart Fella Titan event. Looks to be an interesting event overall, but it's very fusion-like, but the rewards are not quite on par with the fusion. So myself, I'm trying to do this mostly based on the daily energy, just aiming for that. What I think is the sweet spot is the Donatello 3-star soul. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.